fancy now.
Are we up?
I think so.
Yo. What's
Hello.
up, guys? Oh, man.
What? Are we up?
Looks like it. How's everybody on a Thursday afternoon? Thursday. Where were we last Thursday?
Thursday. Okay, let's see. Last Thursday. I don't know. I can't remember that long ago. What were we doing?
Thursday. What did we do on Thursday?
Let's see. Thursday. I think that was kind of our
Was that our off day?
Off day, getting ready for the event.
Yeah. I think we were just working last Thursday.
Yep.
So last Thursday we were in South Africa, though. Having a grand old time.
Beautiful weather, and then we come back here and it's freezing.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's freezing to me.
Today's beer of the day, we got Yeehaw Hefeweizen.
Ahead of me here, I gotta catch up.
Ooh, that's all right. That's okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how is everyone? Yep. Juan, yes, mustache I lost in South Africa.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let me through customs.
I thought you were gonna go with a lion took it off.
Yeah, but that could have happened as well. We were about that far away from a few of them. So.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Really cool country. Really cool people. Very different. So throw your questions up there in the comments section. We don't have a lot to go over today. We're just gonna kind of answer whatever questions you guys throw up, and then we'll see where it goes from there. We're kind of freeform. No real agenda for the day.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to some questions here. Let's see. First questions. Let's see. Will wants to know, can you explain a little bit how dwell setting works?
Sure. Not sure if you want to know how the practical process of setting it. If you want to know that, then there are videos on our website. Maybe somebody can reply to his comment and link you to the video on how to set the dwell. There's lots of information on how to do it. As far as what the dwell is, maybe is a little bit more helpful to understand. Dwell is measured in milliseconds. Dwell is just a measure of time, and what you're doing is changing that time value that's saved in the firmware. And all the time that time value is doing is telling the solenoid how long to stay open. Basically, how long should the solenoid stay open and pump air. So when you're setting the dwell, really what you're doing is just telling the system how long does the solenoid stay open. Obviously, a longer barrel, it's going to take longer for the BB to get to the end. You want a higher dwell value. A shorter barrel, you can generally have a shorter dwell value. And it matters because while if the dwell's a little too long, the gun will still shoot fine. You will lose efficiency because you'll keep blowing air out after the BB is gone. And then if it's too short, if the dwell time is too short, then the gun probably won't fire correctly or may not fire at all.
Okay. Yeah, so Will, I see you also ask about changing the outer barrel and rail of an MTW. In short response, yes, it's very simple. You need an Allen set and an armor's wrench. That's pretty much it. You may have to put that in a vise, just to hold it still, but you can do that in a matter of minutes. So very, very easy to do.
Ooh, we got somebody with an MTW9 tactical.
Yeah, so
how's that furniture? What do you think of that?
Yeah, what do you think of the stock and grip on there, the DLG? I had a lot of good responses from it in South Africa.
Yeah, we had those with us in South Africa, both the MTW Tactical and then also the two versions of the 9, the MTW 9 Tactical and the PDW. People really seem to like the tactical hardware on there.
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised with the stocks myself. They are very comfortable.
Super comfy.
See, Augie says, notice the PDW stock, if retracted a bit, will overlap the selector. Any plans on widening the plate to fix the issue?
We don't. Okay, if you widen the plate, then the whole thing becomes. So the sort of limit we have there is that it has to work. We want it to work with the aero version of the stock as well. So the location of the struts is kind of somewhat fixed, if that makes sense. It's just not really movable because it needs to work with the aero version of the stock, and the tank is a certain size and it needs to be that size. So if we were just doing a standalone stock, we could theoretically position things a little bit more optimally, but not a whole lot we can do in terms of repositioning the struts.
Let's see. So, Casper wants to know new reg release. Oh, let's see.
I don't have any more hard. We're still on schedule for this spring sometime. We'll give you a more definite date as we get closer. I do have one sitting here so you guys can look at it. We don't have a close-up camera today. It is pretty.
We might. I can play around here. I may end the stream, but I can try.
Do we have a close-up? Where's the close-up?
We have the webcam here.
Where is it?
Webcam.
Oh. That lighting isn't great, but whatever. Pretty black and gray, sort of two-tone version coming on. This one doesn't have the gauge installed. This is one of the pieces we're building out as a first little test batch here. So looking pretty.
Very nice. Let me get back to our string here. Let's see. All right, so Eugene says still hopeful to be able to purchase a complete MTW9 lower. That way he can swap between his 5.56 and 9mm. So hopefully in the future that will be a plan. Unfortunately, not until we have more stock available.
Yeah, until we get caught up.
So we got some people saying they love the grip in stock.
Yeah. I was also surprised by that grip because it's a little understated. Like it's just really simple, but it's super comfortable.
It is, yeah.
Super comfortable.
It's really nice. Has a nice little plug in the bottom.
Yeah.
You can house your battery and everything like that just right away. Let's see. From the UK, update on Billet Tactical. Any idea when? Billet Tactical, I believe, is
it's also on the spring. I mean,
similar to the regulator, I believe.
We did get the extrusion for the rails, which was the last sort of thing we didn't have to start on the Billet Tactical. Pretty sure we have receivers machined for that. Yeah, we do. We have receivers machined for that already, but rail extrusion just got in a couple days ago, and we're working on getting that set up. And I think Anthony's working on the tooling right now to get that running, get those rails running, and then we can get the Billet Tacticals.
Oh yeah.
Starting in assembly. We're shipping out 9s. Shipping out a bunch of 9s.
So MTW9 did start shipping. A few dealers did receive them. Very few right now, but they did get them and started selling. For those dealers that have ordered, they are shipping, and you can start getting those to your customers.
Yeah. It was, we got some headed to Europe next, I think.
Yeah, so got quite a few heading to Europe, and we're just going in line. We got a ways to go, but we'll get there. All right, we got our first LMG gun question of the day.
I don't know. The answer is yeah, that's true. The answer is I don't know. We'd have to either do like a contract manufacturing thing where we maybe designed a system around an existing LMG body, and it wouldn't be exactly the same thing as like an MTW, but maybe a pre-built, design a system that works around an existing M249 or whatever body, or we'd have to do something. If we did it ourselves, it would end up being crazy expensive just because of the if we do all the tooling and all that to make an LMG body, it's just going to be a big project to try to manufacture that in the U.S.
quite expensive overall
very,
product.
very expensive
Yeah.
overall product. But I don't know. We'll see.
All right, Kevin Walker asks, on the MTW9, will the Warthog flash hider unscrew, allowing a tracer unit?
Yes,
Yep, standard 14 millimeter
absolutely.
threading, so you can
Yeah.
put pretty much any flash hider, suppressor, whatever you want on there.
What do you guys? How do you all feel about doing a like contract manufacturing thing? Just spitballing ideas here. If we had like, we kept the stuff like the MTW line and all that is our in-house manufactured sort of line of products, and it's they're sort of the premium level products, and then worked with whoever some OEM manufacturer maybe as part of a sub brand or something that is that uses our technology and stuff, but is not manufactured directly by us, just to maybe bring some products that are more accessible from a price standpoint and more scalable. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a thought.
Let us know what you guys think. Christopher Krakula, I did not skip over your message. I physically cannot see it because it says it's hidden. So it must have had some word in there that Facebook didn't like, and it blurted out to me. So maybe try asking again. We can get to that. Let's see. Did Max send you one of their hop-up units to test, by the way?
We have first prototype. I'm going to be honest, I haven't even put it in a gun yet. We've been busy. However, they were going to send. I think they were going to send me a couple parts. It was just a prototype, and I think they wanted to improve a couple pieces that they were going to send me to mess with once they got something. Got something. Sorry, guys, I'm tired.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
It's our first week back.
Once they got the improved parts, they were going to send me those to test. So
yeah,
they did send me one, but I haven't gotten to mess around.
And there's a lot of parts to mess around with.
There are a lot. There's like 15 machined pieces on that thing. It's nuts.
It looks really nice though.
That's
a really great looking product. Other than that, I don't think he's had a chance to mess with it too much.
I can tell you it's very pretty.
So it seems to be the same opinion with our customers here. They believe the quality needs to be on par with what we're already doing about going to a OEM.
Yeah, I mean that's always the thing. Like you can. Going to an OEM manufacturer. I guess that's part of why I'd want to keep like separate sort of product lines, and it'd be obvious whether you were buying. Hey, this is a you're buying an MTW. This is manufactured by Wolverine Airsoft, and this is and then this product line is something that uses our technology and all, but it's not manufactured by Wolverine Airsoft. Obviously there's a lot you can do in terms of checking quality and having good specs on the parts you get manufactured and all that. But at the end of the day, if you go OEM, you do give up some control on that because you're not the ones doing the quality control. And I guess for me, I'd want it to be clear to people when they're buying it. Am I buying a product that is a Wolverine Airsoft manufactured product, or am I buying a sort of a licensed or OEM product? I don't know. To me, having it clear which somebody's buying is important there.
Okay. So Chris at Super 5 says definitely something they would be interested in. Carrying like a sub-brand, complete systems are definitely more popular than engines alone.
Yeah.
So, and that's our view on it too. It seems that the complete systems are what people are wanting.
It's definitely moving that direction.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Rich, what do you think about a bed and sleeping? Rich doesn't sleep, guys.
It sounds good right about now. No, dude, I've been. It's weird. I'm like during the day, the jet lag hasn't been bad, but at night I just hit a wall about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and it's just like I'm done.
It takes a while to get back on
Like
track.
I'm ready for bed. Like I've been going to bed like 9:30.
Yeah, the first few days back, it was quite rough for me, at least. I know I didn't know what day or time it was. So.
I just thought it was Wednesday today, and turns out it's Thursday. I'm supposed to leave tomorrow.
Oh yeah, where are you heading tomorrow?
No. I'm not telling anybody where I'm.
Okay.
No, we're not talking about that.
So we have some people asking about a DMR style build, similar to an SR25 M110.
It's possible. It's on the wish list. I'll tell you that. I might see something at some point. I mean, it's a big project still, but it's not. It's more doing something like that is still sort of MTW based, just a different receiver set or whatever, is more attainable than doing a completely new from the ground up like LMG build or something. And I don't personally like the Shrike thing. That's my sort of personal feel on it. So I don't really want to do. People have asked, we should just do like a Shrike upper for the MTW. I don't really like it personally.
So looks like Ian is talking about some pre-built LMGs from EVIC, count as a OEM type partnership. That's honestly something they do on their own, really, as far as that goes. That's not a mass produced something like that. That's just something they throw their techs together and make a few of. So no, that's not exactly what we're talking about.
No, I'm talking going to an existing going to an A&K or somebody like that already makes
so like another manufacturer
makes support weapons and saying, hey, we'll provide the spitballing here. We'll provide the engines and here's a design for not a gearbox but an internal system to hold everything in the barrel and hop up and everything and mount it in your already existing exterior. That's the kind of thing I'm sort of putting out there as a concept. I don't have a way to do it right at the moment, but it's and then they could produce those in more volume using all of their existing tooling and everything that they have to make the bodies that they're already making.
All right. Kazlab mentioning the pistol again. Wolverine. He says he's got to do it once a month.
Well, I'll say you weren't the only one. I got when we were over in South Africa. We were sitting around chatting with Nico and Kicking Mustang and a bunch of others, and that's one of the things they were pushing me on was doing a pistol, and they had some interesting thoughts. I'm gonna look at it. But I mean, same thing I told them. I think I've told you guys in the past, but it needs to be something that's has a distinct value proposition. I don't want it to be just something that's, hey, we make a pistol too, and that's what I've struggled with so far. Is what could we do that would really add value for you guys? Because I'm not big on just selling products because we can sell them because we have a brand that people will buy. I want to, I want to offer products that have a distinct and high value, customer value proposition, stuff that really adds value for you guys.
Okay. I'm trying to understand this question real quick. Are you going to make split lines with additional reg? For example, 90 PSI for pistol and 120. Okay, so I think you're talking about have one regulator that you can run your pistol and your rifle off of? That's kind of what I'm getting at.
No, I mean, you'd have to kind of run both at the same pressure. That's essentially two separate regulators.
Right, yeah, the line is not going to differentiate the pressure from the regulator.
Yeah, I mean, there's... for a pistol and 120 for yeah. I mean, it really depends on your setup. A lot of times you can, if you set it up at all correctly, you can get them running the same pressure.
Right.
You know, if you run a standard 10-inch build, it's going to run about 100 psi for standard settings, and that's about what your handgun will want to cycle at.
Yeah.
So.
But you're not going to be able to set 2 psi settings.
Yeah, it's one regulator. I mean,
right.
you could. Yeah, I mean, you could theoretically have an inline pressure reducing regulator that reduced it down, but that's. I mean, you might as well have a second regulator at that point. I don't know.
Okay, Eugene asked, any plans for full gas blowback system?
Full gas blowback system. Not right at the moment. I mean, theoretically, you could do something that we've done pure mechanical systems, but something like a gas blowback system. The sort of value that is offered by a gas blowback system is very different than what we offer as a brand. A gas blowback system is cool, but it's a GBBR is driven. The design is driven by having neat features. I'll say, right? Functioning exactly like the real gun and having lots of little cool features, which are cool and kind of fun, but hurt reliability and performance, right? Our sort of design methodology is to offer high performance systems. So while we could theoretically do some sort of a mechanical gas based system, it's pretty unlikely. I'm not going to say never, but it's pretty unlikely we'd offer something that is, that you would say, oh, that's like a GBBR. It would be it's more likely to be something that is a high performance, high efficiency type system. It's just it's what we do. It's what we sort of specialize in as a company. So try to stick to what you're good at.
So you want to talk about our South Africa trip a little bit?
Oh, we can.
And go over some of the interesting and fun things that we saw and did.
There were a few of them. So you can go. What was the most memorable part of South Africa?
Oh, most memorable. Okay, let's see. So I got to actually play at an abandoned hospital called Kempton Hospital in Johannesburg, South Africa. It was straight out of Jurassic Park. No joke.
Nice.
I was looking for velociraptors around every corner. That was one of the coolest places I believe I've ever played.
Okay.
Really fun. I was with names Nico, One Punch, a few other guys that made the trip down there. And yeah, I mean, we had a great time, got some good kills, some good footage. So I think that stands out to me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't go to that one. I was in recovery mode that day. But did play a little bit the next weekend. That was fun. I think for me it was just kind of the overall experience of getting to sort of see how Airsoft is done in a completely different part of the world.
Right, yeah, completely different.
Like it's really neat, and it's kind of fun because the South African Airsoft community is super young. Not like age-wise, but like it's not a mature market, right?
Yeah, the sport in general is
very young.
Yeah.
So it was fun. A lot of enthusiasm. People had really good attitudes about stuff in general. I mean, there's something.
They were genuinely having a good time, which is always nice to see.
Yeah. People weren't taking themselves too seriously. They were just out there like shooting their friends with BB guns. I mean, it's what we do.
and the locations they have available is almost unmatched.
Yeah.
Just because they can pretty much get anywhere they want. And the events that we were at were actually hosted by Airsoft League South Africa.
Yeah.
Which did a fantastic job. Big shout out to Bruce and his team.
Bruce is about the best guy you'll ever meet.
Right.
He's a
great host. Took good care of us. Made sure we didn't get mugged. So, that's always a bonus.
And in the process, he managed to get a brick through his back windshield. Trying to.
Some random guy threw a brick through the windshield on the highway. He said that's a normal Thursday in South Africa. So.
No, we did Uber Black. I mean, we had no issue with it. Uber was good.
Yeah, so we did use Uber, but we used the, I guess, top line Uber. And yeah, that was fantastic. Wouldn't mind using that here.
Yeah, well, it was not that expensive.
Right.
It was a lot cheaper than Uber in the U.S. I mean, it was more or less like maybe $1 a minute. Not, if even that,
it
like
wasn't
maybe
bad.
75 cents a minute for Uber Black.
Yeah, and for us, USD goes a long way in South
Yeah.
Africa. So the food was fantastic.
Oh, food was
At
awesome.
amazing prices.
Yeah. Go out and get a nice fillet for $12, $13. Yeah.
All right, Chris. So I'll get back to your question here that it got missed earlier. He wants us to inform about the new nozzle change in the MTWs.
Yeah, that's not actually that new. That's like I'd have to go back and look at a date. At least 6 months. It's just we do lots of stuff on an ongoing basis. Most of it you guys never notice. Just to continue improving both performance and just speed and ease of getting things through production and QC and reliability and stuff like that. The nozzle has very slightly changed geometry and a different material that we found gave us a little bit better performance in general. So just small improvements we're constantly making in order to continue making the product even better. So that's really all it is. They're actually going to be white going forward, which for the MTW ones, because we'll be able to, again, we do things for production sometimes, right? White for the MTW nozzle means it's a different color than all the others than the ones we're using in the engines, so we can see the difference in color.
Right. Kind of speed up production.
Right, so we don't. There's not a risk of getting the wrong nozzle in the wrong engine. So, just not everything is. Sometimes companies make changes just to make things work better in production. It's not always a customer oriented change. Sometimes it's just you got to do stuff to make things run more smoothly.
Juan, did I get a chance to say clever girl?
Yes.
Probably a few times. I hummed the theme song the entire time I was there. So
didn't somebody pull that out when the lion freaking came up on the side?
Yeah, so we actually got to go on a nice safari there, and at one point we drove through these big gates, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the vehicle just started out with the Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So,
but then we pulled up on a handful of lions that were sleeping on the road. Now we were in like a extended Land Rover thing, which I want one of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Freaking awesome.
On order.
And we're just sitting there. They're all sleeping in right along the road, and out of nowhere, one of them jumps up and like rushes up through the brush on our right side, like full bore trying to flank us and get around behind us. Yeah.
What do you think, about 20 foot from us, maybe?
Maybe
maybe a little bit closer. It was enough to make the driver concerned. He about missed the gear getting us out of there.
It was good times.
And we didn't have a chance yet, but we will have videos and pictures and everything of our trip going up. Just give us a little time to get through that. He has quite a bit of footage to get through for us, but that will be a cool video to check out.
Yeah.
All right, Trevor asked, any testing durability wise done? I guess on the new nozzle to make it serviceable. Parts need to replace in case it has wear.
You shouldn't have. I mean, we did some testing on that, but we've run Delrin nozzles a lot, and it's the overall concept is not a new one. It's this in this case, it's the first time we've run Delrin nozzles on this particular configuration. But running Delrin nozzles is nothing new.
No,
That's
nothing new, and no, Chris, it shouldn't change the performance at all between aluminum and Delrin.
No, it really was just again a lot of the stuff that I optimize for is a lot higher level in terms of I'm not just trying to improve the performance or reliability or whatever else with one particular configuration. I'm looking at what we see with a whole bunch of different configurations and saying, hey, if I make a real small change here, can I get it to work a little better with this configuration without hurting how it works with these other configurations over here? So most likely you wouldn't really see any change going from one to the other. It's not a substantial. It's not like a substantial update. It's a minor adjustment, which we make many of, many of, just to keep things running smoothly and get the most we can out of the product line.
All right, Nuno, when will forged and mil-spec restock in Europe? So currently we're actually not able to produce forged or mil-spec at this time due to parts supply.
Yeah.
We are hoping they will be back sometime this fall.
Yeah, roughly speaking, sometime this fall. We'll see. We have secured some parts, so they are coming back, but exact date is not set yet. Yeah. So, and what exactly the configuration is when it comes back. We may take since we've been out of stock for a while, we may take the opportunity to make some other updates to those versions. We'll see. Yeah. Not sure yet. But currently the only forged we have available is we do still have a few limited editions on the website.
Yep. So our direct site, we do still have a few of them. So if you have been on the fence about it, you may want to look at getting it. See, Nuno also asked about the new trigger board work with the old billet. Yes, it will.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. You have to have a selector switch, the physical selector switch on the gun that matches because it uses the optical sensor. But the overall, yes, it will work.
Yeah, the board will drop in just fine. Like you said, just have to use that new selector that's got a little paint strip on there or something like that, just so it senses it. Let's see, Clone War, but billet is still good, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's more billet out there than anything, and people love them.
Yeah.
So.
You know what we need to get is that video of the guy that bought the MTW while we were in South Africa.
Oh yeah. So I got video of that.
The best, oh my goodness, it was so much fun. There was one that one dealer had basically for sale, and somebody went and bought it, and he made it 10 steps out of the tent, and just sits down in the grass and starts unboxing it right there with all his friends gathered around. It was great.
It's a gregreat unboxing experience.
Oh yeah,
we get to learn a lot from that.
Yeah, picked up the instruction manual and just chucked it to the side. Never even looked at it. I was like, well, there you go. That's how people treat the instructions we give them.
See, Brendan, all that work you did doesn't matter.
Oh goodness! And then they sit there trying to figure out all the things that the quick start guide tells them. Hey, put this here and put this there. And I mean, they still figured it out in a couple of minutes, but it was pretty funny. And then Perry was there recording him, and he looks up and says, "Don't show my wife."
Yeah, shout out to those guys, by the way. We had a great experience.
Oh, yeah.
Really fun time with. Names Nico and Perry along with him.
Yeah.
One Punch Airsoft, Kicking Mustang, Sniper Jacko.
Yeah.
Just a great group of guys that made
the trip a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. So
yeah.
Big shout out to you guys.
Some serious characters in that bunch. Oh man.
All right, guys. Well, do we have any last minute questions before we hop off here? Let Rich get some rest. Cody does ask, any plans to make different style MTWs for AK, Scar? Never know what the future holds, Cody.
I'm not going to promise anything right now, but that's variations on the theme is definitely the direction we're pushing. Just figuring out how to execute right now.
Yeah, guys, we're still doing what we can with the supply chain the way it is. It is still something very, very relevant that we have to deal with. But
we've made a ton of progress.
We have.
Made a ton of good progress. And I think we produced more guns last month than any
I think it was to date, right? Yeah.
To date,
So
by a decent margin. So really good improvements, both from the in terms of the supply chain management and the production staff working on increasing efficiency, and we're working on a lot more stuff to improve that as well. Again, sort of strategic outsourcing of tasks that we don't need to do, so that we can focus on the stuff that we really do need to do. So a lot of stuff there that we're working on to really improve and keep delivering more product. But it's a continuing sort of challenge. We're growing as a company, and we've that's great, and I am incredibly thankful for all the support. But it does come with a lot of challenges that we have to continue working through and growing through. So appreciate your patience. We are doing everything we can, and we are making progress, even though sometimes it seems like baby steps, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we'll get there one day.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, well, we thank you for joining us. Thank you for continuous support, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care, guys.